ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keiki Alexander Denichi Bailey. Born August 10, 1980. Born right in St. Mary's Hospital, Brooklyn, New York. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm 46 years of age. And I have served and did my duties. So, there's been some defamation. Clearly, people have not been watching and listening. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen any of the videos that I made of this person called Alex Bailey, he's the same person that has been harassing me. For what reason? Because I rejected his request. I still have that email, Alex. He wanted me to scam. I told him I'd pass. I'd rather be a fucking bum than scam people. Like, mind you, he wants me to scam people like you. So now he has a second YouTube channel and always has a second YouTube channel called ThePandaPhotographer Bum, calling the e-bagger. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to point out some very inconsistencies with every single post. And you are an adult. You should have been paying attention. So, ladies and gentlemen, you realize he can't spell us or write. You know that, right? Okay. I just want people to know. You see this person here? Mr. Derp? Mr. Derp, didn't you was told to fuck off? Because you're a piece of shit just like Alex Bailey. You can't find a history. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Not only I publicly uploaded my work, my university photos, mind you, my first job in Wisconsin, by the way, was Pasquale, Southwestern Restaurant. I was actually the assistant manager and the waiter. I uploaded photos of that. I even talked about that. I expressed about that. My second job in MAVEN, Wisconsin was COVID's Clinical Medical Studies Facility. That is where you that don't have a job will come participate like a guinea pig and make up to maybe $8,000 on a study. It could be radio label, it could be ink rejection, it could be anything. But the study may vary. How long the studies are? It could last 3 months. So you get down payment or partial payment. After you're done with your first part, you get a payment. But that wasn't my last job, ladies and gentlemen. I worked for the University of Wisconsin-Madison since I was a student there. Okay? My fourth job was I was working in Seattle for the city of Seattle, working for RIG Seattle. Keep that in mind. My next job was in Vancouver, working for the embassy. But keep this in mind, that was just brief. 6-month job, done. Right? To educate Americans what not to do when you go to Japan. Okay? And what to do when you do go to Japan. Okay? Just basic educational tutorials on tourism. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I worked in Portland, Oregon for almost 2 years. 2 years. Working for the city and working for a 501c3 called Right to Survive. I also got my fucking gun license. And mind you, I got my, excuse me. If you watch my videos very carefully, I just post a video of me in my studio doing an unboxing of a softbox. If you look in the background, you can see my deployments. Mind you, my university certificates, you can clearly see that in the background. In all of my videos that I have made, I always showboat all of my certificates. There's a reason why I do that. But ladies and gentlemen, this person is back. And mind you, Mind you, this person always wants to support a criminal. Alex Bailey is a criminal. He's a 3-time convicted felon. He's a criminal. So I ask you this question. Why would you vouch for a criminal but not someone like you that hasn't been in jail? Why would you vouch for, mind you, and also Michelle Gibson also, and not only that, even Bill Lewis pointed this douchebag out. So, mind you, other people that dislike me also agree with me in some areas about Alex. But no, ladies and gentlemen, you're not seeing the bigger picture. He's making all these videos. Why? Why do you wake up every day to harass me? And yes, someone that used to, mind you, have a disagreement with me is sharing these videos that I'm aware of this. Oh, I didn't know. I thought you wasn't aware of. I'm aware of everything that this guy does. He thinks no one knows. He thinks he's so intelligent, but he can't. If you look, ladies and gentlemen, just look closely. Actually, let me zoom in. If you read his post, he can't spell or write a decent sentence, and the grammar is so off. Look at the grammar. Look at punctuations. Look how he uses his symbols incorrectly. I'm sitting here, I'm a bilingual person. He can't even speak another language. I just want to make a video about this. I was told to be very careful what I say on this video. I just submitted more documentation. Yes, I've been submitting and updating my previous case. If you guys ever watch my old video, yes, we have a case against Alex Hankey. That's his real name. It's not Alex Bailey. It's Hankey. It's Hankey. It's not Bailey. So he needs to stop using Bailey. He needs to stop scamming people. Look how he spells. But look at the last post he just uploaded. I sued for 230K. I didn't sue anyone for 230K. I don't even know where that came from. See? And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, an audience, this is the ongoing harassment. I just walked in the rain over the bridge. I'm just sharing this so you guys can see all the evidence. And mind you, it's this person. Mind you, many people have done videos on this same person. It's the same person. Because guess what? You guys don't pay attention. See, this is why I'm good at what I do. See, when we first came in contact, right, Bill Lewis? Right, Michelle Gibson? Didn't he say he got a one bedroom, mind you, it's not even a bedroom, he got a room. He got a room inside a 3-bedroom. So he's sharing with strangers. Strangers that might be actually convicts too. But he's renting, or was renting that room. He's been out and in and out on the streets since day one, since coming to New York. He's not originally from New York. He's from Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a native New Yorker. He just said it himself. He got out of prison and started, first job was dishwasher, because that's the only job you can get. Right? Think about this. Right, Mr. Bill Lewis? Right, Michelle Gibson? He was the one that told all of us, after I did the background check on him and told the audience what he was in jail for, he wanted to make a confession video. Remember that confession video he made? Yes, Panda, you're right. I was in prison. I did bad things. I did drugs. But you're still picking a fight with me for what? Knowing that you are in the same goddamn fucking system that I am in. And you know how fucked up this city is going to be once this guy becomes mayor. cab drivers are at risk now because of the new mayor. He hired someone that is against taxis in New York City. All the Ubers and Lyft drivers, be aware what's going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, he's not catching up with current events. He wants to continue to scam people, but also harass me under this name, the Panda Photographer Bum, the Panda eBager. Really? That's when, here's the thing, you put yourself out there, Mr. Alex Hanky. Your name is not Bailey, man. Your last name is not Bailey. You need to start. That's, not only you just committed a felony, man, and not only you committed a felony by perjuring, because that's not your real last name. So I hope when you get money and you file taxes, watch it. I guarantee when he filed taxes, it's a different last name. So ladies and gentlemen, yes, I'm aware of him stalking continuously. Yes, I'm aware of him uploading videos. Yes, I'm aware of what he's doing. He's not a very smart person. So I just showed you guys on social media. If you look at my post on the community post, it's still drizzling. So I'm sorry if there's a little drizzle in the lens. I apologize. If you look at at all the posts that he posts, read it. Read all of them. It sounds like he never finished any education whatsoever. But let's go back to Mr. Derp, his true supporter. You can't find anything, sir. It's because you're looking up the wrong name, dick. I just gave you my full name. So look it up. I just gave you a clue, Mr. Derp. Since you want to be a smartass, you want to come back to the YouTube channel and want to be famous again? I can embarrass you once again, like I embarrassed you the first time. You're nothing but a child, all of you. You're children, picking on a man that did his duties. You're fucking a bunch of children, picking on someone. Mind you, you want to vouch for a 3-time convicted felon. That goes to show you where your integrity is. That goes to show you where you stand. You don't stand on the side of truth, on innocence. You stand on the side of corruption. That's your problem. All of you haters are just truly haters. Just be real about that. You're sad. You probably don't have no one to love. This is why some of you have pets, but don't even love your pets. You don't even know how to treat your pets. And you know who I'm talking about. Mind you, all his support comes from the same group of people that want to despise me because they want to believe what he started and what Bill Lewis started and everyone else started. So what if I ask a community and my YouTube audience for help? Every single YouTuber does. Every single day. Please support the channel. There's a PayPal, Cash.app, Venmo. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Join my Patreon. You think that's e-begging? Asking people to sign up and join my Patreon to get exclusive access to your bullshit. Yes, to your bullshit. There's video that I don't show on YouTube because it's private and it's on Patreon. You got to be a pay member to be a patron to watch that content. And it's not up to you if you can watch it in full. It's up to me if you can watch it in full. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to have you decide I'm innocent. No, I'm not innocent for a damn thing. Mind you, like Mr. Derp said, I jaywalk, I break the rules, I cross the street. Dude, did you know New York City does not, mind you, Albany, not New York City, Albany. Keep this in mind. This is where the big boys talk, in Albany. Jaywalking now in New York City is now legal. It's been legal for almost 2 years. This is why people were complaining in the Bronx. Why are people getting tickets for jaywalking when jaywalking is now legal? Cops do it. Cops do it all the fucking time. EMS do it. City officials do it. Because, mind you, if they're going to do it, so we can. doesn't mean they have the power to do so, and we don't. It's the same sidewalk, same streets we all pay for. Why they get special privileges? This is where, mind you, all jaywalking cases in New York City were expunged. Boom. So, ladies and gentlemen, know who you're talking to, and know where you get your information from about me. And now I'm telling you, read what he's posting carefully. And some of you, I'm sorry to tell you, if you haven't discovered by now that I'm just one man. I'm not an army. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not an ex-con. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not in a gang. But you guys are in a gang. All you haters are joining up in a gang. That's called harassment. That's called hate. You are the ones that are joining a gang because you feel like it's your responsibility to stop me. Ladies and gentlemen, back in March of this year, they got me fired. Probably Alex Henke, most likely. This is what the courts are saying. He is probably most likely the person that got you fired from your previous job in March. Yes, he is. He probably is, because he's the same person. I'm going this way. He's the same person. Just watch carefully, and then you just told on yourself in your own video. That's how. This is how you can't hide who you are. You just said you came to New York, you got an apartment in Crown Heights. You said the same thing to me, Alex Henke, about going to Crown. No one wants to live in Washington Heights. Sorry, Washington Heights. Nothing against upper 168 and anything like that. I lived up there a little bit, but mind you, I lived in Harlem. And everybody in Harlem would tell you, Panda was a good man. He came back from Japan. People were like, yo. I used to hang out with all the homies on Island Clayton Powell. What is that? St. Nicholas Projects, Freckley Douglas Projects. I was that black guy that knew Asian things and in white things, because mind you, I brought my first white girlfriend over to Harlem. Everyone's like, dude, she's smashing. She's a rollerblader. Her name's Kelly Matthews. And even Kelly Matthews can tell you that. And she still lives in New Hoboken, New Jersey. And even she, white, would tell you, yes, all this is true. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to tell you to vouch for me. No, I'm clearly sharing details how this person copyright infringed on my content photographs. This is where you're going to lose, Alex, and whoever is doing it. Who else wants to do it? This is where you're going to lose. When you copyright infringement, and I just talked about the new laws that YouTube has to apply now, because Donald Trump wants to, mind you, make doxing a federal crime. Yeah, he wants to make doxing, harassing people. He wants to make it, because you know why? He wants to protect himself. That's why he wants to do it. Let's be real. Donald Trump wants to do it because he wants to protect himself from the media. This is why he wants to do it. But anyway, you're going to pay the price for doxing and uploading all those videos. This is why I record all the videos, ladies and gentlemen. I download to a thumb drive. Right? And all I do is going down, mind you, log into my NYPD case number ID and just re-upload new evidence. See, they built another case against you, Mr. Alex and everyone else. Do you realize that? That's what New York does. They built up cases. They don't just come after you for one thing. No, because that'd be a waste of time and wasting taxpayer money, and you're not probably going to get convicted. But what you are going to get convicted on is multiple charges and multiple times you have performed these acts of hate crime. Because this is a hate crime. But I'm not done with my work history. No, I'm not done. Mind you, I'm not done. We went back to Wisconsin, ladies and gentlemen. And previously, we worked for the university again. Then I came back in Wisconsin back in 2018 and worked for Porchlight under the supervision of the Wisconsin Alliance state, which is the state of Wisconsin. You have to sign in to an Alliance login so they can vouch your hours. Keep that in mind. I have that on my LinkedIn. still have the state rep, mind you, telling Porchlight, mind you, that like I have every right to file the EEOC. They wasn't even aware of the EEOC until someone told them about the EEOC. And no, ladies and gentlemen, I did not sue. What's up, Jones? I did not sue someone for $230K. No, I did not sue anyone for $230,000. That's just a lie. That's just flat out bullshit lying. That photo screenshot that he took, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what that shot was. This shot was in San Jose. We got robbed in San Jose, and I fought back. But it was okay, because I mostly still had one. What they took was my satchel. And my satchel had my Wisconsin ID, traveler's checks. Yes, it happened the first time, and it happened again. Because I had a bunch of camera equipment with me, and people just wanted to fucking test the waters. But the same suspects got arrested. But the passport is what we lost. So I had to convince, mind you, the San Francisco, U.S. office to give me a new passport. So they gave me a temporary. And I was able to go where I needed to go. Yeah, and the temporary one is purple. You can clearly see in my hand, in all my San Francisco video, that I had a temporary purple. That is a one deal pass, so I can get to where I needed to be to file. Mind you, they can't actually, mind you, I didn't know at the time that I could have got a passport right there and there if I would have coughed up the $380. But when I got back to Wisconsin, and I found out that, like, mind you, in 2018, we went to Chicago's, United States Immigration Office to get the passport. See, this is where you gotta pay attention. How you think I got to Wisconsin without the passport? Like I said, I had the purple temporary one, which is a one-time use only to get to where I need to be. If you never heard of that before, well, this is where my government education is gonna teach you something. You can get a passport the same day when you go there, as long as you have the money and you have all your documents. You don't have to wait no 3 to fucking 6 weeks. You could get one right there. And they're like, why you need an emergency? Because I'm traveling right now. And I need to go to see family. I need to go, well, I didn't say family, but when you currently have a ticket, you could prove to the government that you spend money on a ticket in the next 2 weeks to go here, you've been traveling, they can issue you a new passport right there. At the time it was $380, and that was 2018. We traveled, we went to Boston, we went to DC, we went to London, we came back to New York, we chilled with my Japanese friend, we did the party, I went back to Wisconsin, things were not ready in Wisconsin, I started working for the state, boom. And early 2020, ladies and gentlemen, I quit Porchlight in March. In April, I decided to stay in Madison until May because I was hanging out with E. So, ladies and gentlemen, this screenshot he took was me in San Jose, California. And mind you, I have videos with what work I was doing. I was actually, mind you, doing a lot of photography work for the university, mind you, San Jose University. You can clearly see my Instagram and all the videos, me making videos about Godox, because Godox, mind you, had to replace my Godox flashes because the hot shoes were made out of a very cheap plastic at the time. Godox brand has gotten much better when it came down to like the flashes. But back then, the T600s were just breaking. The hot shoes were breaking. So I made a rant to Godox about customer service and not manning up to that warranty they claim. And they gave me 2 free extra TT600s. Mind you, I was on the campus of San Jose doing clientele work, making more money than Alex ever made. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I have stomach cancer. Yeah, these bullies and these assholes are picking up, picking on someone that is really going through some rough times with this whole bullshit of cancer. Yeah, cancer is bullshit. It should never fucking exist. Period. But I gotta go through it. And these guys want to still pick and torment. One comment said he wished I just lay down and die. I was like, wow, if you feel that way, that might just happen. The state of how ungrateful some of you folks are in the world. Ungrateful are you. Because a lot of you think you have it all. Like Alex Bailey. He thinks he has it all. But he doesn't have shit. He's still a bum. He's still begging. Still begging for scams. Think about that. I got 2 part-time jobs, bro. I ain't washing no dishes. You have to wash dishes because you fucked up your life. Now you want to try to fuck up my life? That's how greedy and selfish you are. You got your 3 strikes. I didn't use my 3 strikes. You did. So I want my audience to know that, like, don't get it twisted, Alex. I know where you live. I know where you hang out. I know your phone number. That's the biggest mistake you did. Leaving your phone number to be public. Is it a big mistake for me? No, because I keep changing my number because of you, all of you. So I just don't update it. You don't need to know my number. All you need to know is that you are the one that's not smart enough to know what you're doing. And what you're doing is actually a felon. And you and the audience is supporting a felon. And that is just the fucking... Oh, my panda. It's just ironic that half of you want to support a felon. How do you want to support a felon and not someone that relates to you? So Matt often says, man, for being the most expensive city in the United States to live, it sure looks like a dump. Because it is a fucking dump. This is my city. I can say what I want to say. So is Madison. So is Portland. So is Osaka. So is Vancouver. They all look like dumps. But New York City is a dump in certain areas. It looks like shit. Like I said, we just came from Long Island City. You see how clean it was in Long Island City? Go rollerblades. See, she got rollerblades. Smart girl. You see how clean it was in Long Island City? We walked past Long Island City. And when we get to these urban neighborhoods, this is where you see the separations. This is where you see city officials, city councilmen, borough presidents not paying attention to what matters. The community. All they want is they want that mayor seat because they think that's power. It ain't power, because once this man gets into office, mind you, the governor can literally bench him off that. Mind you, should I say bench? Because it is benching someone. You can literally remove someone from office. The governor has the power. If he starts to make this city go into chaos, the governor has the right to remove the mayor from his position due to recklessness, endangerment. Mind you, it's going to happen. It is going to happen. So, but right now, it's not about the city right now. It's about me right now, ladies and gentlemen, because I've been harassed. I am dealing with stage 2 kids cancer. And I have to really try to figure out how am I going to literally gain $6,000-$7,000 when my checks are nothing but still in the hundreds, not even in the thousands. I gotta save each and every check, but I'm being harassed on this channel for standing up for people's rights, for community, for, mind you, you're not the only one, Alex, is watching this video. Everyone that sees you, what you're doing, is gonna come to my aid. That includes Starbucks. Because you just left a very big stain on your back with Starbucks. See, ladies and gentlemen, I had nothing to do with Starbucks. Yes, Starbucks and I partnered up. We joined forces. I donate food that they gave me, lots of food during the summer. Yes, we had a collab, and we donated to you, the people that can afford Starbucks. I gave it to the One Love community refrigerators because that's who I communicate with as a community activist under One Love. We all try to spend at least once a week or 2 times a week trying to feed people in need. Is any one of these people that are really trying to, mind you, sabotage this channel, we already sabotaged my reputation with all the videos and the misleading, defamation. This is why that's evidence. But have they ever once sit down and volunteer since they started picking on me? No, because they wake up every day and pick on me, and that's their first thing they want to volunteer for, is to pick on Panda. For what reason? And Alex's reason is because I told him, fuck you, fuck off with your scams. Yeah, because I knew you were a scammer. Just the way you look, just the way you pronunciate your words, just the way you ask my audience, and you ask my best friend from Hawaii, Darren, which is a fellow photographer of mine, to buy you a coffee and bagel and not support me. You literally told him that. And you didn't realize that I'm his oldest, longest photography friend. Are you that stupid? He made fun of you. Gary made fun of you because he knew you were full of dookie. Yes, he made fun and then got the nerve to ask one of my friends to buy him a cup of coffee and a bagel. You fucking idiot. But, the diplomats run this fucking city. But guess what? The diplomats voted for an asshole to become the mayor in the city. Yeah, I think this guy is an asshole. I don't care what no one says. He's not looking out for the women's interests. He's not looking out for our interests. Mind you, he's going after taxi cabs now. Even though, yes, I got a problem with taxi cabs myself. They don't like to obey traffic. They almost got hit twice last week with red lighters. Fucking, you really running a red light? You're gonna give me the middle finger when you almost hit me? Yeah. This is why they should literally have TLC officers out here every single day. If you don't know what TLC officers are, they're the taxi commission. They are law enforcement for taxis. So, with that said, everyone, I'm just sharing. I don't think it's fair that someone on the internet that I never met can say such bad things about me asking you, the audience, to help me during hard times. I'm not doing crack, I'm not doing drugs, I'm not even drinking alcohol. I'm not even abusing that. And everybody and every rollerblader would tell you, nah, bro, Panda hangs out with us, and we don't even hang out with Panda. And when Panda hangs out with us in sessions or cookouts and whatever, he's always useful, always helping, always bring food, always want to help clean up. You don't know a damn thing about me. For some people to really come out their face and say, you can't find a work history. Hey man, maybe you're doing your work history wrong. I mean, my work history wrong. Maybe you're doing your research wrong. Did you use CCAP? You know what CCAP is in America? That's a national database search. I use it all the time for you guys, on you, Alex. This is how we were able to find your felony convictions, where you came from, where you were born, your date of birth. I have your date of birth. I just want people to know that I got his date of birth. I don't need his social. I know exactly where he hangs out. He likes to hang out in Manhattan because he wants to feel like he's a baller. When you're not a baller, no one, not even I, am a fucking baller in this city. What makes you think you're better than me, Alex, or any one of you? You're not ballers. I don't care if you have a house. You're still not balling. Balling is when you don't give. You have 5 cars, 10 houses. You rich. You untouchable. Like that fucking P Diddy bullshit. Well, he really wasn't untouchable. You see, he got away with that for almost 22 years. All that sexual behavior for 22 years, everybody. He got away with a whole bunch of nonsense. That's power. When you can flex and get away. But now you got people that don't like to flex. But like I said, everyone, I'm no better than any of those haters. But I guarantee you this, I'm not like those haters. I give back to my community. Watch my channel, ladies and gentlemen. Watch all my shorts, watch all my videos, watch all my edit logs for the month of each month. Yeah, I do once each month. I release a 20-minute video of everything in the month. Or I try to. But I just want to make sure that everyone understands that, like, yes, I have cancer and it fucking sucks, Matt. You guys have no idea. I've been dealing with sleepless nights, migraine headaches. Yeah, sleepless nights. It literally fucking wakes me up. If I try to sleep, it wakes me up. My stomach pain. And mind you, the first doctor back in May of this year said it could be gut issues. I was like, ma'am, it's not a gut issue. I had this surgery before the first time. Can you just look at my medical record? And she's a nurse. Because, mind you, some nurses are fucking racist. Always think black people looking for drugs, right? She had this look on her face like, you looking for drugs? You're a junkie? I'm like, really? Yeah, you got those people. You can tell from these people's face. You can tell. You can tell how people judge you in this city. Just like what happened in the hospital, right? Right? Not once, but twice, right? Exactly. Yeah. And listen, I'm not trying to hear to fucking sweet talk you folks. No. I'm here to try to make some common sense to actually read and support who you actually following on the internet. Because, mind you, that same person is pretending to be someone, and guess what is going to happen to him? All Adam Moon 99. You're going to see him. You're never going to hear from him for quite some time when finally the courts decide they got enough evidence to put this guy away for maybe 5-7 years. For all that criminal, mind you, you're going to have to pay, Alex, for all the damages you have done. Remember that. That's defamation of character. Not once a defamation of character on about you, because everything I said about you was true. Your fucking arrest record, your criminal record, how you got to New York in 2020, by the way. You weren't here in 2019. And I wasn't in New York in 2020 either. So that's another lie. That's another lie you guys gotta pay attention to. I wasn't here in 2020. That's impossible. Because how can I be in Vancouver, then Portland, Wisconsin, then San Francisco in 2020, but be in New York in 2020? I'm making a circuit, everyone, before I go into the stores and grab. But I'm just trying to make you guys make sense of this. Just look at what he's posting. And mind you, he's not posting his face, but he made a crucial mistake. Your second video has audio, and you can tell when he's typing, you can hear him. Mind you, the thing about me knowing New York the best is because I know, mind you, I'm an audio editor. I know noise very good. I know noise very good. And while he was making that video, everyone, he was actually on his way to his little spot. Were you still sleeping in the park? No, he's not. He's sleeping in that one rented room. You gotta rent a room, bro. That's your problem. You're renting a room with 3 other fucking felons. And you got the nerve to judge me. All of you. Including this Dr. Dirk douchebag. He's not really a doctor. He's just a child. He's back in the picture. Michael. Michelle Gibson. And yeah, Michelle Gibson has been secretly telling me these things about you, Alex. because you're an idiot. Like I just said, I served Michelle Gibson. She stood quiet for a while. She thought I was playing. I served Juan. I served John P. Herrera, all the way in Wisconsin from New York. Guess what he's doing? He's serving time for actually breaking, mind you, there was a 5-year restraining order. He wasn't not supposed to use the internet to contact me. He wasn't supposed to email me. Wasn't even supposed to attempt to email me. But he broke that, mind you, he broke the restraining order. How do we know? Because all they have to do, here's the thing about Wisconsin, what New Yorkers don't do. Wisconsin is a strict state. This is why I love it. If you're caught with drugs, automatic felony. You caught with marijuana, automatic felony. That's why I like going there. I can stay away from all that bullshit and, mind you, and focus on my life. In New York City, you can't focus on your life because all this bullshit is legalized. All of it. And it's the way how New Yorkers abuse this legalization of cannabis and everything else here. But I guarantee you go to fucking Madison, Wisconsin, you go to any city in Wisconsin, you won't be pulling any of these fucking stunts. Because you know, you come to Madison, that's the capital. A crime on a woman is automatic a felony. Yeah, because it's a woman and child state. Believe that. It's a woman and child state. You cannot commit acts of crime. That's why I go there a lot. Mind you, it is safe. Majority, though, most of the time, it is safe. Safer than New York City. But, mind you, you need a vehicle to get around Madison or take the bus. Because if you are working in Baraboo, Wisconsin, but you live in Madison, which is all Dane County, you have to drive to Baraboo from downtown Madison or east side of Madison to get to Baraboo. Am I right, Wisconsinites? You need a vehicle if you have a job, if you work in Black Earth, which is about an hour and 15 minutes away. If you want to work for Raven Software, which is a computer software gaming office, which makes video games, by the way, in Madison, you would literally have to either take the bus, what bus is that? The 71 and the 70. Those are the buses that go to all the way to Middleton, because that's the only way to get to that job. There's no subway. You either ride a bike, you ski in the winter across the lake, or you take the bus and you freeze outside until a bus shows up. Look, someone took his fucking wheels. Holy shit. That's not a wheel. But anyway. Well, Matt, New York is a beautiful place. Don't get it wrong. It's a beautiful place. It has its quirks. But it's people like me that makes it beautiful. It's people like One Love. There's people like people in Long Island City and businesses like in Long Island City that give me food to give to other people in need. They email me. Like yesterday, I couldn't even come to Long Island City. I was feeling way too sick. And I was feeling fucked up. I'm still fucked up. I'm bleeding out my rectum. I'm throwing up. I got migraine headaches. My eyes are hurting because I'm not sleeping. That's because, Matt, I just sacrificed my rent to be out here so I can save money for my fucking recovery. No one's helping me do that. I raised $300 in 30 days, Matt. I raised $300. But within 30 days, I raised my own money and raised twice as much as that by taking all my checks and putting it into the GoFundMe. So this is why I said I don't really care about what these people have to say, really. But when this person just starts making new content and new video about me and started making false accusations and false accusement, when you're not, mind you, I never met this person. But when I see this person in person, I guarantee I am going to knock his teeth out. I told the officer or the bailiff, I want to go punch him in his face. I'm going to be real with you, clerk. I had temps, because she asked me a very important question. Have you made any threats towards him? Yes, I have. I said on my YouTube channel, I want to punch him in the face. She doesn't consider that as a threat. That's just me speaking out of context. But it's whatever. Because there's no place cheaper in New York City. Listen, I have to save every single dime. I mean every single dime. I haven't been eating in the last like fucking 3 days. Think about that. I haven't eaten since Thanksgiving. And mind you, Michael Collins brought me my Thanksgiving. And that was really late at night. I got some ramen noodles, because I wanted something hot and soupy and spicy, even though I'm not supposed to be consuming spice. I'm supposed to stay away from garlic, spice, even pepper. The doctors want me to stay away from fucking pepper. And I told him, what is this, 1940, when fucking American food was so bland? You want me to go all bland? No seasoning, no salt. Fucking psycho. No garlic, no spicy nothing, bro. That is my life right now. There's a certain meal requirement I have to go by. And lucky I'm, mind you, pescatarian vegan, mostly vegan. Mind you, people don't know how to cook vegan options very well. They don't know how to use right seasoning either way. So, see, like that comment, get a job when I already have 2 jobs. See, I have 2 jobs. And they're still not paying enough. That is my point. I have 2 fucking part-time jobs, and they still can't flip the bill. Well, they can flip some bills, but they can't, mind you, they did flip the rent until my rent went up 500 and, what was it, 515? It went up 515. My rent went up 515, everybody. Think about that. I was already paying a rent that I barely to afford, and then bills started to change in New York City, and then now everyone now is feeling it. Rent went up. Gotta face it. Gotta deal with it. Yeah, 515 went up. So how you think I'm supposed to support that extra 515 on top of the ready checks that is barely paying the check? I mean, paying the rent. Exactly my point, everyone. This is why I have to sleep out here. This is why, yeah, I gotta sleep out here now again, because we're doing something more important. We're saving money for the recovery. Who's gonna pay for my medical transportation when I need to go visit my doctor? I am. Who's gonna pay for food deliveries when I need food to be delivered? I can't go fucking shopping. Once they open me up, I need to rest for the 3 to 8 weeks. That means no work, even though my employment already knows about this. And every time I come in and log into work, everyone's like, "Are you feeling okay, Panda?" They don't even call me Panda, because they don't know that yet. They just call me by my first name, Keith Alexander. But one of the supervisors is like, Alexander. They don't even call me by my first name. They're like, "Alexander, we need you up here." I'm like, okay. But like I said, my work already knows about it. But the thing is that they can't pay me for, yeah, because I just started, and yeah, that's why it's not looking good. It's not looking good. But I'm being tormented, Matt, and everyone on the internet. And like this person just came in here and said, "You'll get a job." I had 2 jobs. Were you even watching the last fucking 6-8 months? Were you watching in February when we were hired by another job and you guys got me fired? We called my job over 700 times. This is how bad the internet is. And then this idiot posts the Starbucks phone number that, mind you, I don't even hang out there all the time anymore, because this is where he does not know shit. Every time I stop by Starbucks, everyone's like, "Hey, Panda, where you been? You don't hang out." I was like, "I'm sick, guys. I don't even tell them my business anymore. They don't even know I have cancer. They just now notice that I don't even come often anymore because they haven't, mind you, there's some guy that comes in there and he steals the cups all the time. I stop him every single time he comes in there. Or sometimes I just report it to 108. 108 says, hey, Panda, we take care of it. They're like, yeah, man, because ladies love you guys. You guys come by all the time to Starbucks. You know, help them out sometimes. Mind you, he's been coming back because I haven't been around. He's been coming back stealing cups. Yes, it's not my business, but mind you, it is my business. It's all New Yorkers. You see something, say something. Look at these goddamn books. See? This is New York. Wasteful education. Look at this, everyone. Wasteful education right here. Look at all this. Wasteful education. This is what New York is all about now. Because Chicago is as expensive as New York too, bro. I've been in Chicago. Look at my YouTube channel. I've been to Chicago multiple times. I even stayed for a month at my friend EQ. He's a famous DJ. I even took photographs. I even posted that during the pandemic. What was that, 2021? Yeah, that was 2021. We went to Chicago, chilled with him, his wife, and his newborn, mind you, and his dog. Look at that. Homelessness right there, too. Look at that. Go tell them to go get a job. You know why they can't get a job? Because no one wants to give them a job. No one wants to give them... Look at this restaurant. This used to be a famous restaurant, and now they closed it. They closed it. Why? This used to be fucking a good taco place. Why did they close it? Rent, everybody. Property went up. That's why. Look at the Starbucks. Closed. Why? Can't fucking afford to pay the fucking property rent. Because it went up. Everything went up. Groceries went up. Eggs went up. Everything went up. Sex went up. Cigarettes are fucking... This is another thing. I guarantee all you haters smoke cigarettes, right? Alex, I guarantee you smoke cigarettes. How can you afford $30 cigarettes, but you can't afford $30 of education? You want to poison yourself with cigarettes. I'm not against people that smoke cigarettes because I got friends and colleagues that smoke cigarettes. But think about it. This guy talking shit about me and everything else that I do. And everyone's trying to not give you clarity of what I used to do. I'm 46 years of age. I had a job since I was fucking 11. Packing grocery bags at the Japanese fucking market when I was a fucking kid. Making guap. What was you making back in 1991 and 92? I was making like $50, $60 a day. Packing groceries. What were you doing? And then I brought that shit to Harlem when I came back to New York when I was a kid. I brought that shit right back to Harlem. I went into Seatown, right? It's like, hey man, it's like, you allow anyone to pack groceries here? He goes, yeah, you got to be here first. I was like, because I used to do this in Japan too. He goes, oh really? I was like, yeah. He said, let me see what you got. I impressed him. You don't see. There were you had these shopper baggers that were putting toxic with meat. I'm like, you don't put bleach with the chicken, or with macaroni, or with spaghetti. I don't give a fuck. It's in the box. You don't put chemicals with food. And mind you, I got hired right there. Mind you, I'm just a kid. He said, come in. And mind you, my cashier, she was a hot Latino woman. Oh, I forgot her name. She was hot. I was like, damn, you hot. Mind you, I was only 11 and I'm thinking this woman's hot. I wasn't a pervert. I just thought she was beautiful. But she was my cashier, and guess what? We had lunch together. We sat down. I taught her some little bit of Japanese. She taught me some little Espanol. We worked together, and then when I went back to Japan and came back, she was like, "Oh, you." When I came back, she said she missed me. He's my noble packer. She kicked out the packer that was working for her at the time to put me to pack. And I was like, "Really? You want me to pack for you right now? What about him?" It's like, he's not my packet in size. He's very slow. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just giving you context. So, like, my life was fun. It always has been fun. There was always ups and downs. Everyone's going to have ups and downs. Nobody's life is perfect. That's not how life works. But I guarantee you this, everything that everyone has said about me in these videos and all the chatter from these so-called people that claim they have everything they have going good for themselves, they don't have everything going good for themselves. Because look at the nation right now. Everyone is trying to figure out what to do. Everybody. Including the person in that fucking SUV trying to figure out, am I ever going to get, am I ever going to get a bonus? Because I kind of need it. My mortgage is going up. Who raised the prices? Was it? No, it wasn't the governor. It's just the fact that when you have a president that wants to now try to make us happy with these $2,000 tariff checks, only certain people are getting those $2,000 tariff checks. Just keep that in mind. I'm not going to get it because I didn't vote for him. Because mind you, anyone that vote for Trump is getting these $2,000 tariff checks. Things went up just because things went up. There was a chicken outbreak. There was a milk outbreak. There was an egg outbreak. Yeah, everything went outbreak. When there's an outbreak, things go up. Toilet tissue gone, go up. Look at the adult wipes I used to use. Those went up from $8 to $13. Everything just against my employers. And yes, there are employers that will see that and might not even want to hire me because of that. But there are some employers that like to see that, oh, so you know your rights. You know how to work with HR. Yes, I do. Just like my current job with HR. How mind you, the former boss that just got terminated this past week, right, tried to throw me under the bus by telling HR that I was sleeping on the job. When HR looked at the video, they say he closed his eyes for 47 seconds. He wasn't sleeping. He tried to say, no, he was. That's, yeah. And he tried to say other things, but he tried to throw other people under the bus because he had a sexual harassment complaint against him. And these people on the internet, among you all, wanted to make up a story. Like, if you just tell the truth, you were being sleeping on, yeah, you know, you know everything is there. I mean, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, you know what everything goes on in the world, right? You got a CCTV for everyone, don't you? You got a CCTV for everyone? Wow, man, you must be the billionaire. You must be a trillionaire. You like violating my 4th Amendment and my 14th Amendment right, motherfucker? You're gonna CCTV while I'm even taking a shit on the toilet? Look what happened to me, folks. I had a young girlfriend. Yes, she had a mental disability, and she was never, mind you, convicted of a crime. The husband was, but everybody doesn't want to focus on that story, but I digress. And then, when I went to go pay my respects, ladies and gentlemen, ooh, if I even still have that photograph. I don't even think I have it anymore because I wanted to delete it. My face was destroyed. I was walking around partially blind for almost a year and a half. Partially blind, ladies and gentlemen. I was fucking partially blind for a year and a half because this deranged woman on a Milwaukee bus that I never knew. Don't know who she is. She just, mind you, she's been in and out of mental facilities all her life. But she splashes hot water in my face. Guess whose money was spent on recovery? My money, not your money, because you didn't know me before then. I wasn't making videos asking for you for help. I was making videos of me, making videos on my new studio, my new gear, mind you, new soft boxes. Mind you, how you think I paid for all that? From you? You didn't know me in 2021. You knew me after 2022, after Invisible People. This is how all this chaos started. because they're visible people. No, I'm not blaming invisible people. They wanted to focus on my story because they heard about a violation that took occur. They journalists. They do their investigation. What happened at Porchlight? Well, they violated not just my rights, but everyone that walked in that facility. They used their social security number. They abused it. Someone that's not using services, that may have got services in another state, they still using their information to get things they need for their organization. I was going to say the word, but I'm not going to say it for defamation reasons. But, ladies and gentlemen, and I won my EEOC. See, I won. I had protected your rights because I won. They were literally violating your privacy for their own personal gain. There was a guy that came in there and said, hey, bro, I haven't used this fucking shelter in 2 years. I've been working in Chicago. I've been a head chef at this restaurant. I came back to Madison because this restaurant wanted me to be the head chef. I tried to look for an apartment, and you guys popped up. I was like, you guys? I'm not part of Porchlight. I'm part of the state. What are you talking about? I looked his name up, and there it is. He's still, mind you, opt-in for services after 2 years. Mind you, he's supposed to be opt-out after 60 days. If he's not using services in the city or in the state for more than 60 days, you're supposed to opt that person out of the system. Any social worker in any state should know this. You have 60 days to opt out someone. If you do not, if they catch you, mind you, and this is why that person sued Porchlight too. I wasn't the only one that sued Porchlight for damages, because that's what Porchlight did. This man couldn't get a fucking apartment because Porchlight was listed. And people in Madison, listen, not all people in Madison like Porchlight. They know Porchlight was a violent place with violent criminals and people. Mind you, I got my desk thrown at me. Think about that. I got my own desk thrown at me. You know how many freaking restraining orders I had to put up against these individuals at the men's homeless shelter when I was doing homeless shelter services overnight, because some people didn't want to do their job and come in to work. So the state was like, hey, man, would you want to go to Porchlight and do so? Yeah, let's go down. I know most of these guys. So one day I go down there. Well, actually, every weekend when I go down there, and when I was working for, I would buy a pack of cigarettes, right? I give each person a cigarette. Hey, cigarette break is when I'm done with check-in. Once I'm done with check-in, you ladies and you men, you'll follow me to the back. You'll smoke. I give you 15 minutes. You can chatter, then right back in. Because mind you, they're signing up for beds. They're signing up for beds. Keep that in mind. And mind you, they got to check in at 3:30. Most people are still working at 3:30. This is why the shelter system in New York City is the exact same way. You got to check in at 1:30, 2 o'clock if you want a fucking bed at a shelter. What about the people that actually work that are houseless while they are out on their own? And that's a fucked up system, in my opinion. Excuse my language. But don't you agree? That's a messed up system. People that are working can't get into the shelter. There's no day shelter. No. There's no such thing. But you go to Portland, there is. You go to fucking Wisconsin, there is. You go to Montana, there is. You go to Winnipeg. I was in Winnipeg for 3 months. That's Canada. I was with my friend. They even have a homeless shelter system where there's no fucking security wand. Like, no one's checking you. They do check your bags for drugs, weapons, and mind you, they keep your bag behind another wall locked. So when you do check out, you get your bag because they know who checks out. No one's trying to sneak in, and that is what messes up. And this is why I'm considering going down to North Carolina. Because Ryder is convincing me to come down here because they got all these food services without, mind you, kind of without any limitations. When you come here in New York City, there are fucking limitations how much food you can take from a food bank. They give you one small bag. You could be allergic to fucking garlic. You could be allergic to a tomato. You could be allergic to peppers. No. See, this is why I mess with One Love. See, when you want to volunteer for One Love community, they ask you, do you have any allergies or anything that we need to be concerned of? Like, you know, what would you like? Come on, Colin. Show us what you like. What you want? What you want from all this stuff? They make you pick your own food. They don't fucking throw you a bag like some of these fucking. So with that said, everyone. Okay, so Starbucks closed half their stores because the last CEO, oh my panda, he fucked up big time. So they had to remodel, mind you, remodel the whole Starbucks franchise. Mind you, less stores mean they can concentrate on more important stores. More stores that have more customer flow. This store had customer flow, but it had a problem. It wasn't enough to flip the bills or the rent. And then you had the kids. And that's another thing. The kids would come and just sit there all day, not go to school. So Starbucks had to close down certain locations near schools. And if there was a school near Starbucks, the manager has to say, hey, it's 10 o'clock. Are you guys supposed to be in school? All right, if you're not a customer, you got to leave. Because now they're loitering, which is on their rules. But that's not the only. Target just fired 1,000 people. Walmart just fired 655 people. Yeah. So no one's safe. So with that said, everyone, let me go get my stuff because I'm waiting for it to stop raining. But I just want to make some clarity that there are a lot of people that come to this YouTube channel that are literally lying to you in the audience. I'm asking you, people of the audience, please. You could go to my LinkedIn account. You could go to my Facebook account. All of my photos and all my pictures are public. You can see me in university. You can see me working from home. You can see me in Portland. Mind you, I donated $25,000 in 2015. I donated $22,000 in 2016. And to Right to Dream. Right to Dream organization would tell you, even to this day, yes, we know Penny, he helped us with our film. He did our film. He also volunteered and gave away almost $10,000 in New Balance shoes. And over $5,000 in sleeping bags and food. I thought it was the right thing to do. And yeah, I had wealth at the time. At least I did something good with my wealth. I didn't spend it on stupid fucking luxury cars and stupid women and that want to look cute. No. I went out with strange people that weren't even from America. Like my friend Jessica, she was from Brazil. We traveled for a whole month. She stayed with me in Wisconsin. She has a boyfriend. She trusts me. And mind you, my faculty member, mind you, Stephanie, allowed me to, mind you, stay at her house to babysit her cats because she trusts me, right? Right? She trusts me. And that's because that's faculty. But don't believe what the people tell you on this YouTube channel. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe some fucking wannabe felon. Mind you, he's a 3-time convicted felon. He's just mad because he's been told no. He's been, mind you, doxxed because he's a scammer. And so these other people that want to vouch for him. And vouch for his stupid ass stories. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen. This person here, Dr. Dirk Douchebag, listen, fan, you lucky you live across the pond. Because you're just an ass. Everyone does e-begging. Paul Logan does it. YouTubers does it. TikTokers do it so much. Oh my panda. So you're not allowed to support I'm not allowed to ask you for support if I run into a problem. I'm not allowed to continue to ask you for support knowing that these are the problems. I don't see one of you, not one of you right now is helping me with my fucking cancer problem. And with that is finances. No, I'm not saying you should pay for my rent. No. Why don't you invite me to your home and help me? That's what I'm saying. But no one wants to do that. My friend Jay tried to say that. Yo, if I had the space bandit, you can stay with us, man, during the recording, so you don't have to spend money. Even my friend Lord Brian said the same thing. Piv, from Indiana said the same thing. But no one in New York opened their arms not one time and say, hey man, you wanna chill at my place for your recovery? Not one person. Everyone else, mind you, think about this. Everyone else outside New York opened their arms already. Wisconsin did. My friend Francesca, she opened her arms. She said, Panda, why don't you come back to Madison, get your surgery here, and I take care of you. I'm like, but you have your boy, mind you, she's a single mom now. So she has her son. I don't want to interfere with that. I'm not trying to interfere with your son's life. You got more problems as it is. You're about to be the governor of Wisconsin. You have your son. I don't think that's necessary right now. Give me a job, and then I'll come back. That's what I told her. Give me a good job, and I'll come back right away, ASAP. And that's only if she becomes governor. If she becomes governor and offers me a job, see you later, New York. I guarantee it, I'll be out of here. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, don't believe these stories. I'm sharing publicly in transparency. I'm sharing because it's only the right thing to do, everybody. I'm not trying to deceive you. Yes, I ask for donation. Yes, I ask for help when I'm short. And mind you, I haven't really been asking for help until recently. And recently, I do need the help. I need your mental help. I need your mental support, mostly. Because, ladies and gentlemen, mentally, I have not been feeling mentally correct. I have not. I've been feeling like I'm isolated, that no one cares. I've been feeling very rejected. I've been feeling like no one gives a shit if I live or die. And I'm saying to myself, what was the point of me doing all these good deeds when no one's going to remember these good deeds? Only when they see the videos, that's when they're going to remember it? Why can't people just say that, like, we as a species, we need to stop the bickering, stop the hate crimes, and take care of each other? Because that's one, I guarantee it, when Earth's last days are coming, you guys are going to wish you have done the right thing. I will guarantee it. And I'm not a person of God. I don't believe in God. Don't never believe in the Bible. Never have. But I guarantee you this. The days of Earth, the days of end of Earth, you're going to wish you have done the right thing. You're going to cry. You're going to feel sad. You're going to feel like, I didn't do enough. I didn't accomplish enough. But like I said, everyone, I'm just one person. I'm not no superhero. I'm not trying to be a superhero. I'm just trying to be an American. I'm just trying to be a guy to live day by day without any scamming people, all the bullshit. And then people are going to try to deny the fact that I actually have an education and have a workflow. When you serve your state, ladies and gentlemen, you serve to protect those others. When you work for the state, you uphold the oath to make sure you don't abuse your power and to protect the citizens. That is what you're supposed to do. That's what I did. Some people didn't do it. This is why I won my EEOCs. But I paid my debt. I paid my bills. I paid my fucking debt. I even paid E's debt off with that EEOC. But no one wants to say, Panda, you're going through a life change. Cancer is a bitch. Yeah, it is a bitch. I'm not even fucking eating correctly right now. Every time I fucking eat, I want to throw up. Every time I want to eat, I feel like I'm fatigued, like I'm about to pass out. Like last night, everyone's asking me, like, you okay, sir? I'm like, I'm not feeling good. And I had to tell the person on the fucking train, like, listen, man, I'm not trying to make you feel sorry, but I got stomach cancer, bro. And just ripping me apart. He goes, yo, man, go to the hospital. I was like, I already did, man. You think I didn't go to the hospital? You think I'm that reckless? And this is where I just like, sir, have a good day. Why you folks think I'm that reckless? I've been to the hospital every Monday. I gotta go tomorrow. I gotta talk about the bleeding in my rectum constantly happening. This is why I'm gonna ask to push up the surgery. Like, listen, I'm gonna have to actually, doc, push up the surgery, man, because this is getting annoying. Like, and then after that, everybody, another month or two of this bullshit. It's gonna fucking be the worst. Can't eat good food. Mind you, the day I actually get out of this recovery is the day you're gonna see somebody eats the biggest bowl of fucking ramen I can find. Actually, ramen doesn't sound too bad right now because it's cold as fuck right now. But let me get going, everybody. But I just wanted to share with you about my problems on the internet with some people on the internet. I'm not the bad guy. Yes, I go into rages, but this is... I'm working 2 jobs. What more do you want me to do? I can't change the rent in New York City. I can't change the electricity. I can't change the way of costs in New York City. I am not no fucking God. I'm just a human being, bro. So with that said, everyone, look, Lord Bryan's here. He's a native New Yorker. He'll tell you everything there is to know about me. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, you should listen to Lord Bryan. He's a father. He's been there. He's been out. He's been supporting me to time, thick and thin, even when he doesn't even have it. So he says, I can't front. When I see a pile of books on the floor out there, I'm actually take a couple. Yeah, I take a couple, but I got too many as it is. I got way too many in the storage. And mind you, like, and normally I take a book, I read a book, and I put the book back in the, mind you, go back to a book house, put the free book back, take another book. But right now, Lord Bryan, as you can see, it's just raining. It sucks. It just sucks. But if anybody wants to support funds for a hostel this week, because honestly, it's expensive. It's expensive right now. And I don't have enough. It's expensive, yes. I don't even want to spend the money I have because it's not enough. I'm supposed to spend money on transportation, my lunch, my dinner. Mind you, I got a shift. I got 2 different shifts. I got a shift between 4 to 8 o'clock. Then I got another shift between 12 and 5 in the morning. Then when I get back from work, I gotta try to find sleep somewhere so I can get up and ready by 2 o'clock, get to work at least by 3:45, because New York law states you cannot check 15 minutes in before your check-in time. So I have to check in at 4 o'clock. So don't do that in New York City. But like I said, everyone, I'm just a guy. Lord Bryan right here, he'll tell you. Like, I help fellow rollerbladers and they don't want to help me now. He has helped fellow rollerbladers and they don't even want to help him. That goes to show you the two-facing that goes on in the city. Not everyone. Not everyone. But we are very shocked at the people that deny help, knowing that we did so much for them back in the day. So, with that said, everyone, just enjoy your weekend. I mean, the rest of your Sunday. Let me just grab my stuff real quick because it's going to take me like 2 minutes anyway. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. But can I ask you guys in the audience to please subscribe, like, and share? If you guys have any questions that you want to personally ask me, listen, leave them in the comments. And mind you, here's another thing that these haters don't realize. Their accounts have been flagged by YouTube. Because when I report their accounts, why do you think your comments are being held? I even post this several times and people don't want to read. Your comment is being held by YouTube as inappropriate content. That's why it's not being shown. Because it knows that you are a return repeater that constantly doesn't want to get the point. You will get the point, Alex. Because guess what? I have your phone number and I know where you live. Your big mistake was to continue children, motherfucker. Yeah, he shouldn't be near children. Explain to people why you shouldn't be next to children. I'm not going to say it, but you better say it. Yeah, you guys are defending, like I said, a 3-time convicted felon. But you don't want to listen to what he went to prison. I want you to support me. I need your mental health. I need your support when I go through this cancer recovery. I'm going to need that mental support. I'm going to need that mental strength from all of you. because I don't feel confident that I'm going to survive this. I don't feel confident that I'm going to survive the recovery. The way that things are going financially, I don't feel confident. So I just want confidence from people that are confident. These could be my last days. So I got to make the best out of it. With that said,